If you're going to be using page post links and page post likes, then you need to have a good Facebook page in order to tie everything together. This will allow you to gain a larger audience to market to, and it will ensure that when someone does go to your page, they will have only positive experiences. Creating a Facebook page is very similar to creating a profile page for yourself personally, and has many of the same elements, such as information, a profile picture, and a cover image. One tip here is to make sure you have strong branding that comes across in your page. A great logo makes a world of difference here, so if you haven't already got one, invest time and or money in creating one. Likewise, consider using a writer to fill in your details and make sure that your writing style matches the tone of your business. To create a page, log on to Facebook and then come over here to the left hand side of the screen and click on this link here that says Create Page. And it takes you through to this screen where you can decide what sort of Facebook page you want to create, and you can create one for a local business or place, a company, organization or institution, a brand or product, cause or community, entertainment, or an artist, band or public figure. I'm going to create one for a brand or product for this demonstration, so click here where it says brand or product. Now it's asking me to choose a category, and I can do that from the drop down menu. You've got all sorts of different ones here: app page, appliances, cars, all sorts of good stuff here. So let's say I'm going to have one for let's say I've got one for a video game, and you enter the brand or product name, and let's call this Alien Zapper, and then you click here on this button that says Get Started, and it takes you through to this page where you're asked to add a description and tell people what the page is about. So let's just enter some information in here. And there we go, I've entered a very brief description. Obviously, because this is just a demonstration, I'm not going into a lot of detail, but if I were doing this for real, obviously I'd write it out properly. I've also got the URL on the website where people can read more about it, and you've got the Facebook web address that makes it easier for people to find the page. And as it says, once this is set, it can only be changed once. One thing you should bear in mind is you can only have alphanumeric characters in this, so you can't have any dashes or underlines or anything like that. So once that's all set up, all I have to do is click here on Save Info. And it takes you through to the next screen where they want a profile picture, and you've got two options here. You can either upload from your computer or import from a website. I'm going to upload mine from my computer, so click here. Opens up this pop-up window, and this is the picture I'm going to upload, alien01.jpg, so click on Open, and here we have our not so friendly alien, so click on Next, and it takes you through to this screen where you can add it to your favorites. So let's add it to my favorites here by clicking on this button, and you can see it's now going to show up in my favorites over here on the left hand side. So now we want to click on Next, and now you can select your preferred page audience. And this is one of the great things about Facebook and Facebook advertising, is you can really drill down and make sure only people who are going to be interested in your page or in your ad, as I'll explain in another video in a moment, get to see it. Now let's see, what sort of people are interested in video games? Well, they tend to be male generally, and they tend to be fairly young, so we'll say between 18 and 30. So let's just select that from the menu here. Let's just scroll down. Oh, there we go, between 18 and 30. And you can add a country or a location if you want, so you can drill down and get it to a specific audience. And also you can select their interests. Let's click on browse and select some interests. And obviously they're going to be interested in video games and computers, so let's see what we've got here. Let's just move this down a little bit so you can see more. And they're going to be interested in probably in technology. So all technology, and you can see a very large number of people are interested in technology. We can also put suggestions in if you want, so you can say they're interested in, say, personal computers or smartphones or Android. You can do all sorts of things here. I'm going to say they're interested in personal computers just for a demonstration. Obviously if I was doing this for real, I would take more time to drill down and find a more specific audience. Let's just clear that, and then all I have to do is click here, and there we go. That's all set up, and you can do other things like add a cover image and promote the page and so on. But that's how you will get a Facebook page set up. Okay, in the next video we're going to get down to business and start creating your Facebook ad.